All right, well, before I get started, please remember I am not a financial advisor. All this is for entertainment purposes only. Please make all of your own trading decisions. And if you are new to my channel, what I like to do is show you potential trades that are setting up on my watch list before they make that potential move. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any future trading ideas. And also, I do have a Patreon group. It is only $10 a month, so if you would like to join our small trading group and know what we are trading in real time, that link is down there in the description. But let's get into this first chart, and this one is LONGEVERON, and we can see this one has been going straight up for about the last week or so, but I think it is setting up for another potential swing move to the upside. Let's go to the 15-minute chart, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me back it out a little bit here, but you can see we got a pretty well-defined upper trend line starting to form on LONGEVERON on the 15-minute chart. We actually got a little bit of a descending wedge formation, which these usually end up breaking out to the upside. But with a stock like LONGEVERON that is in a very sharp uptrend like this, if you are a swing trader, these are the ones you want to look for. And what you want to do is play every single swing move up. And there's several ways to do that. What I like to do is draw a trend line and just keep playing these swing moves up until they stop working. You got to stay with the trend until it becomes at risk of completing. I think this one is starting to get a little bit long in the tooth, but I think if we get a break above this upper trend line, we should at least get several points out of this one. We might not necessarily take out this old pivot high, but I think we could probably get pretty close to $40 a share. I could definitely see that happening. So this is a very nice risk reward trade for me. Very nice trade that is setting up in LONGEVERON. But let's get into the next one. All right, well, the next one is actually a group, and they are the Bitcoin miners. They are starting to look very interesting right here. A lot of them are starting to consolidate after pulling back right after they made these nice sharp moves up. This first one I have up is Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA. We can see MARA is fighting with its 50-period simple moving average. It is finding support at right around $48.25, and it looks like it is poised to break above these moving averages. That is what I am hoping for Mara, and if it does get a break above these moving averages, I'm going to look to play that next move up. And if we go to that 15-minute chart, we can see how it's really starting to compress right here. We got a nice support range, and we have a upper trend line. It isn't as well defined as the one in LGVN, but it is an upper trend line nonetheless. If we do get a break above this trend line, I wouldn't want to buy it on a strict breakout like LGVN. I would want to see it break and hold a little bit. I'm willing to give up a little bit of the profit potential just to make sure that it holds this breakout. But Mara is looking really good right here. Another one of the Bitcoin miners that is also looking good is RIOT. We can see RIOT has this nice little consolidation going on right here, and RIOT has been fighting with that 200-period simple moving average all day. It broke above it, pulled back, and now it looks like it is trying to get back above it again. I think if RIOT can break out of this consolidation box, we're probably going to have a nice move to the upside. Now, typically, when you have a consolidation at this point in the chart, it is a continuation pattern, so I look for a break to the upside. Once you get that, fast move in one direction, you get a pullback and a consolidation. Typically, it is a continuation move, and you end up getting another move in that direction. We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. Another one I'm going to go over is CleanSpark. CleanSpark is one that I actually own some stock in right now, but we can see CleanSpark doing the same exact thing. It's kind of stuck in the pressure cooker a little bit. It's bouncing off of that 50-period simple moving average, but it just can't seem to get past that 200-period simple moving average at the moment. So once this thing breaks out of this range, either way, hopefully to the upside, because like I said, I am a shareholder in CleanSpark, I think it should be a rather sharp move. So if CleanSpark breaks out to the upside, I'm going to look to probably either buy some more shares or buy some call options and try to capitalize on this move. Next one I want to go over is Bitfarms. Oops, there we go. Bitfarms is actually a little bit stronger. You can see this pullback in Bitfarms actually didn't pull back very far at all, and it's still kind of stuck in this, call it a descending wedge, you know, a bullish flag formation, whatever you want to call it. It's still kind of stuck in that range, so a break to the upside I think is going to be a nice move for Bitfarms if it happens. I've kind of been waiting for it for about a week or so, but the market has been really choppy. So the fact that Bitfarms is holding up as well as it is speaks volumes in my mind. And the next one is HUT8. You can see HUT8 having a pretty nice little pullback. Came all the way down to the 50-period simple moving average and having a little bit of a bounce today. I would actually like to see it break above this trend line right here before I get too excited. But you can definitely see it has found a floor just under $12 a share, and it is starting to round up. So HUT8 mining is looking good here as well. All right, so let's get into my trading activity on the day. I only made one trade, and it was a day trade. I'm kind of holding off on some of these swing trades unless they look absolutely dynamite. Now, that one on LGVN looks actually pretty good, so I might end up taking that one tomorrow if that one fires off, or even today if it fires off. There's still some time left in the trading day. But I did make a day trade, and that was on PTPI. I was actually watching 4 different stocks, and none of them triggered in the first hour. This was actually a little bit of a later trade. I don't like taking these trades, these day trades, after the first hour of the day, but the price action was looking pretty good, so I took a shot on it, and it happened to work out. Let's go to the 15-minute chart, and I'll show you how it's set up. Now, typically what I like to do with these type of trades is wait for a strong gap up, a little bit of a pullback, and then if it breaks above the high of the first 15 minutes within the first 60 minutes of the trading day, that's when I typically like to take these trades because you know, the volume tends to dry up a little bit as the day goes on. You know, it'll pick up in the last hour, but I usually don't like to take these in the middle of the trading day. But I ended up taking this one at 12:30, so I was about 2 hours over. The 15-minute high for the day was right at 444, and I put my order in at 445. It executed at $4.48. So right about here on this breakout, and ended up selling just a few minutes later at $4.85. So right about here, if I can get this little thing to situate. But this actually went as high as $5.20 during that candle, and then it started to reverse a little bit. So I could have squeezed out a little bit more if I got lucky. Actually looks like it could be setting up for another potential trade. Has jumped up above that 8-period exponential moving average. We'll have to see how it goes. I probably won't end up taking that one, but I just wanted to show you this trade because it was a halfway decent little trade. I usually don't like to trade this late in the day, but like I said, the price action was good. This is the moving average that was PTPI was following, and it was giving it that slingshot move past this resistance area. So I took that trade, and it happened to pay off. All right, well, before I close out the video, let me get into a question. I got a question from JDB, and he was asking about APT, and I knew this one sounded familiar once I saw that question come across, and I was actually watching this one last week. I was trying to day trade this one on that same type of setup that I just showed you on PTPI. This one, unfortunately, did not end up stopping me in, so it was just on the watch list for the day, and then it went off. But you can see the volume that it had on that day was very big. It is gapping down a little bit today, but it's having a very nice reversal candle. Now, it is coming up on this 50-period simple moving average, and there is some resistance right where that 50-period simple moving average is as well. So that might be a little tough for APT to get through. Now, that being said, judging by the pattern, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it breaks above this. In fact, I think odds favor that it probably will. And, you know, I kind of actually like the way it is setting up. So I'm going to put this back on my watch list. I think there could be some decent follow through to the upside. I think that it could go on a decent run, but it's got to break through this range first. If it can break above that 50-period simple moving average and hold, I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this thing goes on a sustained run and potentially even challenges the 200-period simple moving average all the way up here around 850. So that would be one heck of a move from here on APT. So I'm going to keep this on the watch list. Jay, hopefully that answered your question. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about this company at all. So if you wanted to know about any of the fundamentals, I haven't looked into them at all. But from a technical perspective, I really like the way this thing is starting to set up. It's got a nice little foundation started right here. Broke above all of those moving averages on big volume, pulled back today, but it's trying to get back above those moving averages and this resistance area. And if it can do that, I think APT could go on a sustainable run. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.